Moving on with our lesson on acids and alkalis, we will start off from trying to define and describing what acids are and what alkalis are. So acids are a substance with particular chemical properties which include number one, dissolving some metals, and what this means is you can actually add acids to metals and the metal will totally dissolve in the acid. So that is one of the capabilities of acids. Acids are sharp and sour tasting. If you take vinegar and you taste it, it's sharp and sour tasting. So vinegar is an acid. Acids are also corrosive. If an acid gets into contact with your skin, for example, your skin can be corroded. Acids neutralizes alkalis. This particular statement, you will understand it as we progress with the topic of acids and alkalis. But what it basically means is an acid does the opposite of what an alkali does. So when you mix the two, they've got a tendency of fighting each other. That is what you will understand as we progress. Acids, they turn litmus paper into red. So when we are measuring acidity, whether it could be in water, in soil, we use an apparatus called litmus paper. So when soil is acidic or when water is acidic, the litmus paper, which is the apparatus that we use to measure the acidity, it turns into red. So acids will turn litmus paper into red. Litmus paper comes in two forms. We've got litmus paper, we also have got a litmus solution. They do the same job. And now let's look at alkalis. Alkalis are a compound with chemical properties of neutralizing acids. The other properties is that alkalis are corrosive. Examples of alkalis are lime and soda. So let's go back to the statement when we were saying acids neutralize alkalis. Alkalis also neutralizes acids. If you have got relatives who have got farms, if you talk to them, they will tell you that when the soil becomes too acid, they neutralize it by adding lime to the soil. That's a way of normalizing the soil. So they will tell you that we are liming the soil. We are liming the soil. So it's a process of neutralizing acidity. So alkalis neutralizes acids, whereas acids neutralizes alkalis. Now let's forget a little bit about alkalis and we discuss more on acids. So acids, we can classify acids basically into two groups. We can say the first group could be laboratory acids, and the second group could be, let's say, human acids. Okay, human acids. So these are two different groups of acids, and in a short while you will be understanding fully about these two. Okay, so now let's start with laboratory acids. Laboratory acids are the acids that have got like the properties of dissolving some metals. These are the acids that we use in the laboratory to add to some metals, and the metals will dissolve. So those are good examples are sulfuric acid, sulfuric acid, as well as hydrochloric acid. Okay, so you have to know that these are highly dangerous acids which we really have to handle with care. They are highly corrosive. They can damage your skin. If they get into your eyes, they've got the potential of causing blindness. So we must handle these acids with care. So if you get into the school laboratory, don't touch anything. Don't touch any chemical until you have been told how to handle the chemical. Let the teacher lead. Okay, now let's go to another group of acids which are very, very useful. The body acids, or what we have decided to term the human acids. The first one that we are going to talk about is hydrochloric acid in our bodies. So our bodies do have hydrochloric acids, right? The second one that I am going to talk about are omega-3 fatty acids, right, as well as fish acids. So we have got omega-3 fatty acids, as well as what we can call fish fatty acids. Okay, right. Now let's look at these three acids, the roles that they play in our bodies. So hydrochloric acid is an acid that exists in our body, and its role, it is added to the food that we eat, and it helps in the digestive system of the food. So it will break down the food that we eat into simpler molecules for the absorption by our body cells. So the normal mechanical system of digesting food is not enough. Otherwise, without the hydrochloric acid in our body, we wouldn't be able to effectively digest food. So that is the role that is played by hydrochloric acid. So omega-3 fatty acids and fish fatty acids, these are acids in our bodies that help in fighting diseases and that help basically the immune system of our bodies. So these human acids, they are very important, and you must always remember the roles that they play in our bodies. We also have another group of acids that we can call food acids, right? That we can call food acids. Let's look at vinegar and other acids that are used in fizzy drinks. So we can say acids in fizzy drinks. You see, at grade 7, we don't really sometimes go deeper into the chemical names. We will go deeper into some chemical names at the coming grades. Okay, so vinegar is used to conserve food, to preserve food. So you find that most preserved food, they put vinegar inside, preserved fruits and so on. Sometimes that's why even when you are drying your meat, when you're making biltong, you can, before you dry the meat, you can add vinegar to the meat. It is very good for preserving food. So in drinks, they are fizzy acids in drinks. So these fizzy drinks, they are acids that are added in. And these acids, they play the role of preserving the flavor as well as preserving the the fizzy drink itself. So that is why you find, if you check around the container of a fizzy drink, there will be an expiry date. So what has been added in order to create that long life to the fizzy drink are acids. So this is how important acids are.